Hi, good morning. So I wanna talk through my offers, how I work, what I do. I'm going to have to talk around it a bit because I had yesterday was my my business's 10-year anniversary, the 31st of August, and I've been doing some reflecting, thinking. I am in the process of writing a post about this. I was supposed to publish it yesterday, but I was busy drinking champagne and eating sushi to celebrate. I'm just thinking where to start. I think for those 10 years that I've been doing this, I have been it's really hard because I was just watching the YouTube channel, Michael, I think is his name, The Diaries of a CEO. He's interviewing, what's his name? I don't know. The guy who one of the two founders of Netflix, and he talks about the entrepreneurial journey, right? And he says people say that there is no such thing as a bad idea, and I disagree. All ideas are bad ideas, and he explains why. And he said that it's so easy to get like an idea into your head, and then you really commit to it, and then you make it really big, and you have no idea if it will work, like how he wants to do it or how he has done it is get an idea, test it real fast, like see how people respond, which they talk about in marketing, like testing the market, blah blah, all that. But it made me think. Like I just watched that, so I'm still like processing that or thinking about that. It made me think about myself and how, because it seems like for some people it's about the creating the business in and of itself. It's the making the business succeed. It's the fun in like lots of ideas, and then you find an idea and you make that successful. I mean, I want success in the same way, but I have a really clear idea. I look at the world, I look at people, and I'm like, this needs to change. So it's not like throwing up ideas of, oh, something with coffee, something with clothes, something with cars, something with technology. It's like people, I know what needs to be changed. And I think I have about 1,000 voices in my head at this point. I think I've spent these 10 years really talking to the wrong audience, probably. Probably one thing. But I've also tried to make it digestible, like eatable, acceptable, not so scary. Try to, like, I've gone through phases, of course, where I've been like super honest, and phases where I'm like, oh, watched some marketing videos on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, so I should not really tell people like the real grit of the journey ahead. No one will buy then. You should just really like find the pain point and speak to how easy it can be and blah blah blah. And I think all while probably like oscillating between, yeah, it's smart, strategy is smart, people are succeeding with these strategies, I should learn them, follow them, and also not wanting to play by the system, like wanting to stand in front of someone. Like what I would really like is for people to come to me and be like, hey, I struggle with this thing, and I'm like, I can help. Would you like help? I would hope that by now people kind of know the business I'm into. They kind of know what I'm doing. I would hope people associate me with transparency, authenticity, like a good balance between like rationality, emotionality, loving yourself, really like connecting with yourself, finding your truth, following your passion, that fire that burns inside, living the life you want on your terms, finding solutions instead of letting yourself be stopped by problems. I really hope that that's the association people have with me. I'm thinking for a minute. So maybe it's a combination that because I believe, and I think this is partly true, that most people are not willing, ready, they don't want to see themselves. Many people say they do. They don't really, because it's gnarly and tough. It's worth everything, if you ask me, of course, but it's tough. So maybe I've been thinking that some people are like, they don't even want to, what I'm doing, that's just like insane city, not touching that. That would be my family, for instance, and quite some other people, I think. So they are kind of like in that group. But then there are some people in the middle that I think I've been thinking that I can kind of like convince them or make it appealing or lure them in, while knowing that they will have a lot of resistance, but thinking deep down they really want to be free. So kind of like trying to manipulate my way into reaching them. Because who can possibly, and I've gotten proof of that also, who can possibly want what I'm really selling if I just put it all naked and raw and honest on the table? And while I'm saying this, there is a part of me that's hoping that something changed in my energy, so when I speak about it this time, the right people will come. There's also futility like that. Nothing will work. I've tried this for 10 years. There's a reason I'm writing this post about change, because I made quite a big decision for myself to start a new project that's just for me, which I love already. This project, I got this idea from a friend on the last full moon, the 19th, and I started the project the day after, so the 20th. And it's going to be worth so much. I can already tell like how much impact it has. So I was thinking when I landed in that project for myself that I'm not going to continue marketing or try to reach people. I'm not. If I want to write something, I'll write. If I want to talk, like, I'll talk, but I'm not going to try. And it's really like a fine line or fine balance in this, because I can feel this in me. Like, I really want to help. I really want to do what I do best. And I'm good. Like, I know I'm good. I know that what I can give is, it will change your life. Like, there are so many people doing the work, like inner work, and they are not really connecting with themselves. They think they are, but they are not. They think they're seeing themselves, accepting themselves, loving themselves, and they are not really, not in the way I can help you see or help you do, like model to you. So I was thinking, when I had like this, okay, I'm not going to do any of this marketing, trying to reach people. And in the days after, I was thinking, like, I had like this really deep feeling. I had also this feeling like money will be really nice. Of course, like paying rent is cool. But I had this really deep feeling that I want to just speak to those I want to work with. I don't want to try to make them come, but I want to make it visible that this is what I would like to work with. And if that is something for you, come, like, ask, please. Reach out. Like, I'm so much trying to change the direction. Like, I'm so much always trying more, harder, uphill, love that. Always. And I want to somehow figure out how to sit back and do whatever I want to do and enjoy that thoroughly, for people to somehow be like, have a really good feeling about her, I think she can help. I'll walk over and ask her and tell her, like, I struggle with this, can you fix that? I'll be like, sure, love that. Pay me for it. So that's where I'm trying to get to, I think. So interesting that my voice today is kind of a bit fucked. So as I was thinking, like, feeling this really deep feeling of, okay, I really want to work with these kind of people. 13 minutes. That was a long warm-up for what I said about offers. So I was thinking about, heads up in case this is over the sensitive line. I was thinking about pedophiles. I was thinking about a documentary I watched way back, years ago. And the woman, who I didn't like her, she was very resistant, very judgmental towards these people. You could feel like the resistance she had, it was palpable. I didn't like her doing the interview. But she was wanting to talk to people who had thoughts, sexual thoughts about kids, but hadn't yet done nothing. And she was flooded with messages. And she said people are struggling because they don't want to do this. They don't want to have this. They're having a really hard time. Yet they do have this. They're scared and they can't talk about it to no one. It's super taboo. So I was thinking clearly, and you can see, look at the world, like look at what's playing out, the ugliness. These things are inside us. If they weren't inside us, it wouldn't play out. And it's ignorant to think you don't have the same. Probably most people would think they don't have the same. Yet you look at the world and most people are doing fucked up things. So these these maybe people just do them and they're checked out. So they're not aware that they're doing bad things. That could be. But yeah, these depth, they exist. And some people, like those I don't know if it's right to call them pedophiles if they haven't done anything. There are people who struggle with things, deep, dark things that they don't want to have within themselves. And it's hard to find a place to go with that. Like having rape fantasies, having murder fantasies, having blinding rage, hating your kids could be one. Being sexually turned on by watching kids. Lots of things. So I'm really good. First of all, I would work with that 100%. I'm one of those people who, if you have any of that, you can come to me and that will be okay. My level of acceptance, and I'm not saying I never get affected or I never get, like, things get stirred up in me. They do. But my level of acceptance, my level of understanding, it's really big. Like, I don't know why it is so big. But it is. So, and I don't have the same, many people will be like, oh, but it's not right to do that. If you came to me and you were like, but I really want to kill this person. Not just in my thoughts. I want to do it for real. Like, I would entertain that. And you can say what you want about that, but I would entertain that. Who decides if it's right or wrong to kill someone? I mean, it's such a wild sentence in a way. But that's where my mind is willing to go. Like, I go there. And I don't have the final answer, so we would have to figure it out together. But I'll go there and figure it out together. Like, that's the point. And so I'm putting on the table that those kind of things, I'm here for that. Like, I'm really here for that. And I was also thinking about people who are kind of like me, who find it super intriguing to get to know themselves, who are really interested in people, like people's psyche, people's, like, what's in their subconscious, what's hidden, people's secrets. This is probably where I should, like, I don't know much astrology, but I know Venus. I have Venus in Scorpio, and I know this is what I'm talking right now. All unsavory things. I'm like, intriguing, interesting. Give that to me. I love that. I love that. So people who really want to discover themselves, who want the truth of who they are, how they tick, why they do what they do, who maybe have like an inkling on, this is an odd thing within me, really wonder about that. Yeah, I'll find that. I'll find that. And so when I say that, I want to also preface that you might come to me wanting to find one thing, and you know, like, it's in there, and going there might not be straightforward because your whole system and going for something really deep will kick up defenses. So that needs to, unless you want to do it like brutal and just channel, then you bypass that. So it depends kind of maybe on what you want, because if you want to go straight for that, can be done also. But if you're also interested in the more relational healing, which will be talking to the protector parts and building trust into the system so you can naturally unfold like flower more, like I'm so much here for that as well. I love both equally, like the real depth and because dealing with all the system until you get there, that's like re-experiencing, re-parenting. That's putting into you experiences that you're missing, that you really need, as you need to have that in the fundament of who you are if you want to have what you want to have. It's like it's like me who didn't really experience being loved properly. I wasn't treated with much patience. So I might think when I'm in therapy that, oh, I really would just want to fix this one, like, let's go deep, find that one thing that will solve all things. and it comes from, like, if I just fix that one thing, I'll be lovable as a person and I will stop rejecting people because I'm too much. That's like all entangled in that. And then we aim for that deep thing, and then protectors come up because it's tough for the system to take in like deep things. So then my defenses kicks in, which then I will get really angry with that. And then having a practitioner who understands the whole system and can be like, this is normal, this is okay, as expected, everything's fine. And then meet all these different aspects that has come up. And they might be super angry and be like, I'm fucking impatient and why are we having to do this? And they will get like really sharp. And for my practitioner to sit on the other side and be like, I get that you're really frustrated. I get that you really want to go there. And like, look at me. Do you know who I am? Like, who are you? That establishing connection and that understanding that he's showing, and then the promise of we'll get there, but right now you are more important. Like, that whole thing gives me a new feeling experience into my body. And I'll be like, okay, I'm loved as I am in this moment. Because that's the experience I think I will get to if I fix that deep thing anyway. So now I have it already. So okay, I can be loved. There's patience for me. Out breath. Okay, we're okay. He might tell me like, we're okay. I love you, I'm here. And I'm like, oh, I'm loved also. Way too much this now. And having that put into my system makes it so when I'm now interacting with people in my external life, like real people, and they don't treat me the same way, I'll be like, wait. Why are you impatient with me when I just experienced that someone can be patient? If I could choose between being treated with patience and not patience, I think I would choose patience. And I have that in me now. I know how that feels. And what you're doing is not that. Knowing these things in your feelings, that's how you walk in the direction of better life. Because in that moment, I'm like, I think I will choose patience. I just split and took that path. That's what you want. That's what it is. Like that one small moment changes everything. But you need those experiences into your body. So that's one of the things I'm really good at, putting those things into the system. I was also thinking, if you want to be seen, it's very different. If you work with a generator, a manifesting generator, they can be amazing therapists or coaches, healers. But being seen by a projector is different. And I've been on the receiving end of both kind of therapists. It's different. Way, way different. So if you're really hungry for that penetrative, like, okay, I can see what's going on, then this, what you're seeing, is also a good option. If you're opting for a channeling and kind of like going past all these protectors and whatever else might be there, you'll learn a lot when you're face to face with yourself. Then you get to see how you treat yourself real fast, which can be it can be very interesting. So if any of that is interesting, you know where to find me. I'll be sitting like right here writing on my project, and yeah, you should be able to find me. I have a name, a webpage, an email address. Yeah, if you want to reach out, do.